Mansfield 103.2, your local feel-good station, and he's here. It's SuperBry, the Showbiz guy, our Tuesday guest after 5:30. How you doing, Bry?
I am doing super. Thank you, Watko.
I thought you'd say that. So what you got for us today, then? What are you talking about today?
Do you know what? The first thing I want to talk about was an extremely funny video that I saw online, and it's gone viral with Holly Willoughby. I've got to make sure I say her surname right, and Michael McIntyre at the Monaco GP, F1. They were there being interviewed on Sky News, and then you can see the video if you go online. They get shoved out the way by Kim Kardashian's team, and it was shocking to see.
I watched a bit of the Grand Prix on Sunday. It was highlights. It was on air when it was actually taking place. She was there. She kind of stole the whole show. Nobody was interested in actually the racing at all. It was all Kim Kardashian all the way, wasn't it? And even when her boyfriend...
Yes, Lewis
Hamilton was up there on the podium, and he was shaking his bottle of Moët or whatever it was. He was like... throwing it all over her at one certain part. And anyway, so there we go. So, I'm going to have to root that out. I've not seen that. That's interesting.
Well, there is a second part to the video because Martin Brundle, who's very famous on interviewing all the famous people in the pit, he tried to interview Kim Kardashian and she blanked him, and he even got pushed again by her team.
Oh my goodness, there you go. They were like muscling their way through the pit walk area, I suppose.
Exactly.
He's a legend, and he has had a few knockbacks of other people as well over the years. So it's not just Kim Kardashian.
No.
So there we go. Is she a billionaire now? I think she is.
She must be.
She is.
She must be.
So there's SuperBry. Anything taking place that you think that we need to know about elsewhere?
At the moment, no. I did want to mention Madonna because she has just released latest album, Confessions 2, and there's also news about the biopic that she is actually having made about her life, and Julia Garner, no relation, is going to be starring as Madonna in the biopic.
Biopics are massive at the moment. Of course, the Michael Jackson one's out. I've not seen that myself, but apparently it's very, very good indeed. People absolutely love it. I just think going to be more and more biopics as we go forward. I'm waiting for the Harry Styles biopic.
Really?
That's what I'm looking forward to. But I'm guessing there's a few more years before that happens. SuperBry sticking with us this afternoon, but let's do this right now.
On this day in music history.
So on the 9th of June 1990, England New Order started a 2-week run at number 1 on the UK singles chart with World in Motion, England's song for the World Cup 1990, which of course was in Italy. I think that was my favourite World Cup ever, that one. Got to semi-finals, got knocked out, Gazza's Tears, all that business. Pavarotti singing Ners and Dorma. That's about it, isn't it? Following their number 1 in 1970 in the game, they were knocked out by Germany on both occasions. Following their number 1 in 1970. Ah, yes, because they had a song, didn't they? They was it Back Home? Back Home, we will do it again, da, da, da. That was a number 1 in 1970 for the England squad, and they had another one in 1990. They're going to get a number 1 this time around. I don't think they've released a song. Anyway, New Order on the way next, and more from SuperBry, Brian Garner, the Showbiz guy, very shortly. And also I've got a little bit about Toy Story to tell him about, and we'll probably play that Taylor Swift song as well. Brian.
Excellent, I'm excited.
That came out on Friday, which we talked about last week. Mansfield 103.2, your local feel-good station. The World Cup is just a couple of days away. It's almost like Christmas Eve for football fans. Having said that, SuperBry is with me. I know you're not massively into the football, so I won't talk about much with you. But I've not kind of got into this one because of the time differences over in America, Mexico and Canada and stuff. It feels like I'm going to miss lots of it. And normally I go all in on a World Cup, and this time I'm trying not to go all in because I don't want to be up at like 3 o'clock in the morning watching matches.
Well, I think the matches are going to generally be about 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, some of them, but some of them will be later. And I'm just hoping that I know Scotland fans. I say this quietly because Mark Steele's getting ready to take over at 6 o'clock. He's Scottish. Did you not know that?
And they're in the World Cup.
They're in the World Cup, yeah.
Are they?
I think one of their games is like on at 2:00 in the morning, whereas the England games aren't for the first round.
Scottish are made of harder stuff, you see, that's why.
That's what it is. I'm keeping quiet because he's literally next door. Right, let's do this. It's SuperBry. Brian Garner, the showbiz guy, talking all things entertainment and some sad news to talk about right now.
Do you know what? Sadly, we lost a great actor, Anthony Head. Anthony Head played Giles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was in Merlin, one of my favourite shows, as well as Ted Lasso. Sadly, he passed away from pneumonia, and it will be forever remembered. My favourite memory, I've got to say, of Anthony Head, I was at a convention in Sheffield, and I was in line to meet Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, and I looked over, and Anthony Head had a really long line of people waiting, and I noticed a young girl. She was in tears, she was very nervous, and as Anthony Head was signing his photos, he would stop, lean over and see this girl. He stopped signing, he got up, he went to the girl, he comforted her, and then brought her back to the table to sit next to him while he was signing autographs to put her at ease. And I just thought that was just a wonderful thing to witness.
You go to a lot of those kinds of things.
Yes.
You don't see that very often, do
No,
you?
you don't.
No, you don't. And some of those guys that are selling their signatures are not as nice as that.
No,
shall we say?
No, but he was lovely to me.
Lovely guy, and he was a watcher, wasn't he? Was he a watcher?
Yes.
So
in
he
Buffy.
was looking after Buffy, who was the vampire slayer. He was the watcher.
Yes,
and taught her some bits and bobs.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. And
fighting and stuff like that.
Exactly, and he was the king in Merlin as well. He's been in so many things. Little Britain as well. We'll all remember him as the Prime Minister.
Yes, of course, Prime Minister, and he was also in a coffee advert way back when.
He was.
Was he not?
Yeah.
So there we go. Very good. Very, very sad that he's gone, and obviously paying tribute to him on SuperBry, the showbiz guy, his slot this afternoon. Toy Story, we mentioned this last week.
Yes.
Actor Tim Allen says he never expected the franchise to continue beyond its third film. Of course, the fifth one's almost about to come out, right?
Yes.
The latest instalment reunites his character Buzz Lightyear with Tom Hanks as Woody after the pair went their separate ways at the end of the third film. So, no, this is the fourth film, right? Tim says recording scenes with Tom Hanks got emotional following their separation. So hang on, wait a second here. What Toy Story are you on? I thought it was 5. Now reading this, it makes me think it's 4. Which Toy Story is the one that's coming out next? I'm confused.
Isn't it 5?
I'm
sure
it's 5. So does that mean that Buzz Lightyear and Woody weren't in 4? Because I've watched 1 and 2, I think, but I've not followed the franchise further than that. Anyhow, Taylor Swift has brought out a song, and it's really good. It came out on Friday, and we're going to have a listen to that now, and it is Toy Story 5, because it says it here in front of me, so obviously Buzz Lightyear and Woody weren't in Toy Story 4. Oh, goodness gracious.
I knew it, I knew you, I knew it.
Mansfield 103.2, your local feel-good station. Taylor Swift's new one, I Knew It, I Knew You, from Toy Story, whatever number it is. We've worked it out, it's definitely number 5. And then I've just looked at Toy Story 4, and it looks like Tom Hanks and Tim Allen were in that. So this piece of information that I've been given here is a load of old twaddle, because they were in 4 together. Let me just throw that in the bin. The last one came out, was in... Oh, I don't know. Let's move away from Toy Story, shall we? SuperBry, the showbiz guy, is here talking entertainment things, and it's time for your pick of the week.
Oh, do you know what? If anyone wants to be a cowboy, they need to watch this show, Dutton Ranch, which is on Paramount Plus. Any fans of Yellowstone will love this series. It continues the story of Rip and Beth, and it's just a great watch.
So how many hours of our lives do we need to put aside to watch that?
It's only going to be an 8-episode run, so that's good, isn't it? Only 8? It's not gonna. It's like a full day.
That's not too bad.
No.
It's a PJ day.
Yeah.
PJ day for SuperBry. Sometimes he's not wearing his super outfit, his uniform. Sometimes he does have a PJ day, and he's going to be having a PJ day next Tuesday, so you're not in next week.
I'm not, no.
But you will be back very soon. And this week, Be More Super, the podcast on YouTube. You've got more interviews that you're doing.
Yeah, so I've got William Kaufman, who is a big writer and director from the US. He's got a new film called Man of War, which is coming out. He makes some amazing action films, so I'll be interviewing him tomorrow.
Yes, live tomorrow on the Be More Super podcast, which you can find on YouTube. Where else can people find you, SuperBry? Brian Garner is his name.
It is, yes. You can find Be More Super on Instagram at Be More Super UK. Facebook is Be More Super. And YouTube, just put in, guess what? Be More Super.
Well, have a super rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, and enjoy your PJ day.
Thank you, Watko.
Watching all of the streaming things. And while you're at it, can you give us a listen as well?
I will do, I promise.